So ergonomics is part of it, just to clarify that. I mean, the posture definitely is part of the ergonomics. The others are not directly only related to the mechanics of ergonomics. The ergonomics in India, I think it's difficult to kind of pinpoint it like that. I personally think it's a false belief to say because a country has a different culture that they have suddenly totally different requirements than everybody else. In India, people seem to be quite happy to sitting on regular task chairs than they are elsewhere in the world. We all sit on chairs, right? The difference maybe is sometimes the size of bodies, right? So we know that in the US, the average size and weight of a worker is different than it is in India. But we also do know that growing economies like China and India also have starting to struggle with topics of obesity and so on and forth. So I would say overall we see there are no extreme differences between the markets, but I think what is different is the stage of development that the office environment is in. If you look into Australia, which is probably most advanced workplaces globally, quite edgy, more than the US, you will find that having height adjustable workstations and all this palette of place and all that is totally normal. That's like nearly every company works like that.
Okay.
In India, companies are just slowly starting to kind of like move into that area, and they're asking good questions, rightfully, right? Is this the right thing to do? How far can we jump without alienating our workers, right? Some people are kind of, for 5 years you work in a particular way, you're quite happy what you achieved, right? And you think you're going to progress like that, and then suddenly your company is, and it's all different. You have to stand half of the day, and everybody's kind of like, I don't want to stand half of the day. So these cultural changes, behavioral changes, and the recognition of the different values just takes time. And this is something that you cannot achieve overnight just by changing the furniture. So this is a process that companies have to go through, and we work with our customers very, very closely in identifying the particular needs of the company and map out with them a journey. How far can you push, when and where, to evolve your culture, to evolve your business, and to address the particular needs of the company. It's also, different processes might require different things. If you're working in a finance organization, you work with a lot of documents. You'll need access to those documents, so you need to have them around. Now, if you're a salesperson, you're tied to your mobile phone, right? That's the last thing you would give to anyone.
Anybody else.
And the second thing is maybe a notebook and a power adapter especially, or a mobile battery to take with you. But apart from that, the rest, you don't really care, right? You have a mobile phone, you have a notebook, you have power, that's it. And so the needs are different between different functions. The needs of our customers are different depending on which industry they're in, what the proportions of the workforce is, and what type of functions. So there's not one solution that kind of cuts it for all. It's a different solution nearly for everyone.